From exclusive items to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between Starbucks in Italy and the US. This is Food Wars.
Our hot drinks in Italy come in 4 sizes: short, tall, grande, and venti.
Our hot drinks come in 5 sizes: short, tall, grande, venti, and the coffee traveler.
2 of these, like grande and venti, are Italian words. Like venti means 20 in Italian, and grande just means big. Let's measure them out to see. The name translates to 20, but it is not.
In the US, iced coffees come in 4 sizes: tall, grande, venti, and Trenta. Trenta is not available as an option for their espresso drinks, but you can get it in stuff like cold brew or their iced teas.
Our iced coffees come in 3 sizes: a tall, grande, and venti. Let's measure the venti to see if it actually is 20 ounces. 18 ounces. So again, not a true venti. It's more like a 18, which is like 18.
We're also going to weigh some popular food items from Starbucks. Let's start with the butter croissant. So it's a pretty big difference to how much Italy's weighs. It's a lot smaller. Another popular bakery item is the blueberry muffin. Let's see what it weighs.
Here's everything that you find at Starbucks in Italy that you won't find in the US.
Here's everything that you'll find at a Starbucks in the US that you won't find in Italy. We know that Starbucks is popular because of its customization options, so because of that, we're only going to look at the official menus in the US and Italy.
These are the exclusive hot drinks that you can find at Starbucks here in Italy. Starting from this tiny cup, this one is barley coffee. In Italian, we call it café d'orzo, and it's basically an alternative to espresso for those people that cannot really drink coffee. It has the look of coffee. I'm not a fan of this. I think, because I can drink normal coffee, but if I were not able to, I think I'll just force myself to like it just for the, pleasure of still having my espresso. And then we have a vanilla latte. It does smell just like a cappuccino really, but obviously it's like past 11 or so it's like past breakfast time anyway, so cappuccinos are like a no drink for me. I'm not so much into like drinking milk after a certain time of the day. And then we have latte macchiato, and then we have this one is a salted maple and caramel latte. It just smells like sugar. It's nice, yeah, it does taste like fake artificial syrup. And then we got some teas. We got Tivana, English breakfast, jasmine pearl, hibiscus or hibiscus as we say here, and chamomile. And you may also be able to find the Moroccan, which in Italian just translates into like literally Marocchino. It's like a tiny cappuccino in a way. There's like a bit of coffee and a bit of milk, obviously with like its own like proper ratio. And it's named weirdly after a Moroccan leather that has the same color that this coffee has. It's like a brownish, like light brown leather. That's actually very popular here in the northern region in Milan where we are.
So here are the hot exclusive beverages we bought today. This is the caramel apple spice juice, the apple crisp oat milk macchiato. We have a blonde vanilla latte, and this is a royal English breakfast tea. We also have these exclusive hot drinks. I feel like I have to try this caramel apple spice juice because it looks nothing like juice, so I'm interested. I think it's just hot apple cider. It doesn't taste bad actually, that tastes pretty good. I'm gonna try the Royal English Breakfast Tea in honor of Harry. It's not my favorite. But my preference is iced tea, not hot tea, so maybe that's why. And I also like them a lot sweeter.
We have lots of exclusive cold drinks here in Italy. We didn't get everything, but here's what we've got. Starting from a cookies and cream frappuccino. I'm quite surprised this is exclusive to Italy because I always associate cookies and cream with the US. It has held its shape in the delivery. To me, this is a bit of a foreign idea because we just have the boring chocolate flavor. Yeah, like chocolate cookies. Nice, it's like a childhood memory.
Here are all the fraps that we got. So we have the chai cream. This is the mocha cookie frap. This is the apple crisp frap, the pumpkin spice frap, and the white mocha cream frap. I feel very compelled to try this mocha cookie frap because it just looks like a milkshake. It looks like dessert. There's literally cookie crumbles in it. Yeah, it tastes like cold chocolate milk, specifically Nestle syrup chocolate milk. An apple crisp frappuccino sounds kind of special to me, so I really want to taste it. Kind of tastes like a candle. I don't like that. Not at all. But I tried it. The pumpkin spice frap and the apple crisp frap are seasonal items, so you're not going to be able to find them year-round.
And then we have iced cold foam cappuccino. We don't really have a lot of foam here. It also looks quite dark for a cappuccino, but maybe that's just because the foam is gone, but I don't know. They keep putting hearts here, but I'm not really tempted to try this. And then we have an iced salted maple and caramel latte. Does smell a lot like sugar, actually. Not even like maple. It actually just smells like sugar, and you can see the sugar at the top. I did live in Canada for 1 year. Let's see if it does actually taste like maple. I don't know if I can advocate for like Canadians out there, but for what it's worth, I'm gonna try it. There's no maple in there, definitely no. It's like sugar, not even caramel, just a lot of sugar. I feel like a Canadian would never order this, but that would be another episode of Food Wars. And then we have iced chai tea oat latte. Again, quite surprised that this is exclusive to Italy because we're not so big on like chai. I don't know. For some reason, I really like chai as like the tea version, but I've never really quite liked it with milk.
So we have cold brews, but we also have nitro cold brews, which are a little bit frothier and thicker than the regular cold brew. This is the pumpkin cream cold brew. This is the cinnamon caramel cream nitro cold brew. And here we have the vanilla sweet cream nitro cold brew. I already know that I love the pumpkin cream cold brew. I kind of want to try this cinnamon caramel one. No, not for me. It's a little weirdly sweet for something that doesn't have any milk in it, I don't think. Let me try this one. This one's really good. I really like the vanilla sweet cream cold brew. That just tastes like a really good foamy coffee.
We then have this one, the Very Berry Hibiscus Refresher. And then we have a matcha frappe. Again, I don't know how this is specific to Italy because I think the whole matcha craze has kind of maybe spared us in a way, but there's no other place where you will find any matcha flavoring because I think our green thing is pistachio. Like we just don't have space for two green things to compete. Let's give it a try. I've never actually had it in a frappuccino. Yeah, tastes like matcha. Just very artificial matcha.
We have a bunch of other iced coffees that you can get. Here they all are. And today we actually bought the iced flat white. I've had this before and I think I really like it, but I just want to take a sip again. Still good, still delicious. It's a little milky, but it's really tasty. We also have several iced teas. Here we have the pumpkin cream chai, the matcha lemonade, a peach green tea, the London Fog iced latte, an iced passion tea, the frozen strawberry acai lemonade, and the frozen mango dragon fruit lemonade. Starbucks sells these Evolution Fresh juices. This one is orange, apple, mango, pineapple, and acerola. That sounds really good. I've never had matcha and lemonade together, so let's taste it. That's actually not bad. I thought I was gonna hate it. It's actually pretty good. Let's try the London Fog tea latte. No, so candly. I feel like I'm gonna keep saying that. Why does everything taste a little weird today? I do wanna try one of these frozen refreshers. Let's see what this strawberry acai tastes like. It's really good. It tastes like strawberry lemonade. It's not frozen anymore, but it's tasty.
We then have a bunch of smoothies. We have this innocent blue juice. And the names are actually funny because there are play of words here. This one is called Fabuloso. Then we have a pink juice from Innocent. This one has another play of words. It's like Rosa Ayosa. And if you're Italian watching this, yes, I'm from the south because you can tell by the way we pronounce our O's. We then have these tiny ones. This juice is mango, passion fruit, and apple. And another one with strawberry and banana. Yeah, they look very nice and natural. We have other cold drinks. This one is a Chinotto, and they all from this brand Tomarchio. I've actually never heard of it, but it looks like a fancy Chinotto to me. So Chinotto is an Italian drink made with bergamot. We normally just have it from San Pellegrino, which is like a more commercial brand. It does taste good. It's a bit like the Italian version of Coca-Cola. My parents' generation, they were having these, not Coke. We then have a red orange. We have sparkling soda from the same brand, and we have lemonade, which looks very nice. And then we picked up also this, it's just cold infused water. In Italian, it's called infuso a freddo. And actually, we've got more. Here are the rest of the cold drinks.
Here is the US only customizable drink that we created. This is a cafe vanilla coffee frap with half and half. The cup is lined with caramel sauce. It's got brown sugar syrup, mocha sauce, and cinnamon dolce sprinkles, and also, I think, some cookie crumbles. There are some mysterious crumbles on top that I have no idea where they came from because I didn't ask for them, but it looks fun. This is gonna give me the worst tummy ache, I already know. That is the sweetest drink I think I've ever tasted in my life. It's too much, absolutely too much. It is really fun that Starbucks lets you customize anything, pretty much anything, because this would never have been made otherwise.
There is a lot of food at Starbucks here in Italy. Let's start from the savory options. We've got your dear salmon bagel. I don't know, does that have cream cheese in it? No, it does look like just salmon and some herbs, some like sad salad. Yeah, this is also cooked salmon, and aren't you big on like smoked salmon over there? I don't know, Nico, you are in New York. What do you think from a New Yorker point of view? Does that look like a good bagel?
No, it does not, but maybe it tastes better than it looks.
And then we have some toasts. We have ham and cheese. Looks like an honest toast. And then we've got the same version, just with 3 cheeses. I'll be curious to know which cheeses they are, because they just say 3 cheeses. And then we've got baked focaccia with ham. Well, okay, first of all, this is not focaccia. I mean, I don't know what this is. It looks great, actually. It looks very nice and fluffy. But this is not focaccia because it just doesn't have this shape. And it's too fluffy. It just looks like bread to me. Yeah, it just looks quite nice, actually. Like a normal sandwich you would find. It's quite refreshing because I don't know when this is going out, but like the amount of burgers and like things filled with weird sauces that I had to try for this show is just unbelievable. And Starbucks, I don't know, but like it looks like you really made it in Italy. You like serving actually Italian food, so thank you.
And here we have some of our exclusive breakfast items. This is the Impossible Sandwich, the Bacon and Gruyere Egg Bites, the Bacon Sausage Egg Wrap, the Bacon Gouda and Egg Sandwich, and here's the Berry Trio Parfait. Let's take a bite of the Impossible Sandwich. I've had this before and I feel like I mostly like it. It's just like a little bit weird if you let it sit for too long. I feel like for a not real sausage patty, this actually tastes pretty good. I've always thought that the egg bites were like some sort of genius move, even though Starbucks definitely didn't invent them. My favorite are the egg white bites. These don't look edible anymore, but I'll take a bite. That's really good, actually. I think it's just because I got a mouthful of bacon, but it tastes really good.
And then we have a bunch of sandwiches. Here we call sandwiches tramezzini, but it's kind of translation. We have this one with salmon and avocado. Looks nice, even though the options outside of the box look look delicious, so I wouldn't go for the boxed one. We have this one with a porchetta, which is roasted pork from like Rome and like the Roman region. Very, very good. And yeah, if you're ever around there, they also do a lot of nice festivals, so check it out. This one has porchetta and mushrooms. And the last one is this one with zucchini and eggplants. We also got salads. We have chicken and cheese, what looks like grated parmesan. And then we got tuna and feta with croutons and olives again. This is all you need for a salad. The only Caesar we know here is Julius Caesar. I know that's bad, but actually it's true. It's just very, very cliche, but it's true. Like, we don't like Caesar salad. And then we've got this one, it's called pincho, with cured ham, artichoke sauce, and mozzarella. Okay, interesting shape, looks funny. I don't really know what a pincho is. It may be something from like another Italian region. I'm not so familiar with it, actually. To be honest, this artichoke is a bit of a joke because there's not a lot of it. Well, let's try it out and see. That tastes like artichoke. Actually, it tastes quite natural. So very nice. Yeah, it's not flavoring. Yeah, I like this one. We then have some stuffed croissants because here we're not French, so we're not scared of putting things in croissants like our friends across the border. So they're quite similar. This one has cured ham and scamorza, it looks like. little salad thing. Honestly, I don't really like it. Doesn't taste like much and it just ruins everything visually. Next croissant we have, I think it's the same cheese, just with cooked ham instead. In Italy, we actually do eat a lot of savory croissants. Sorry, French people. We usually eat them as like tiny bites in like an aperitif. They serve them, they're like really this size, they're very tiny. We also have this one, which is supposed to be a focaccia with a plant-based schnitzel. I mean, honestly, this is not focaccia. I mean, quite clearly there's been some like mistake in the menu because it's just a sandwich. And I don't know, why do plant-based things always have very sad buns? Like this, why don't you use this one? This looks much nicer. This is like just very sad and plain. We do have some snacks as well. We have some mixed fruits and nuts. We have roasted and salted mixed nuts. And then we have cheese snacks. Okay. This looks like it's a thing because McDonald's also has those like tiny parmesans, those like tiny parmesan snacks, and Starbucks seems to be following suit and just giving you some cheese snacks. It just says it's like a semi-hard cheese, and it's only made with 3 ingredients. Nice, you know, milk, salt, and rennet. Okay, no, I'm a bit disappointed. I was expecting actual cheese, like tiny bits of cheese. This is like it's like a chip. Yeah, they're cheesy. They're not too bad, actually.
Moving on to our more lunchy options, this is the grilled cheese on sourdough, the tomato mozzarella sandwich on focaccia. They also offer a ham and Swiss on a baguette and a turkey provolone pesto on ciabatta that we did not get. I want to take a bite of this grilled cheese. The bread actually looks pretty good. There's not going to be a cheese bowl. It's going to crack in half if I do that. It's literally so solid from sitting here all day. Okay, wait, it looks like there's no cheese even in this. That's so weird. It must be like a lighter cheese. I've had way better grilled cheese, but this bread's actually pretty tasty. This sandwich seems inspired by Italian flavors, so I'm very shocked that it's not on the Italian menu. That is one sad looking sandwich. I'm gonna take a bite from the middle. Don't be mad. It's just that all the filling has like moved to the center of the bread. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not a bad sandwich. It mostly tastes like pesto. We also have a variety of protein boxes. Here we have the PB&J protein box. This used to be my lunch every single day when I was in college.
Starbucks in Italy has a lot of bakery options. This I'm very excited about because I think we do actually associate Starbucks with like a breakfast cafe in a way. Starting from a maple and pecan braid. Then we have a cinnamon swirl. Yeah, looks nice and fluffy. And then we've got the saddest, saddest looking croissant ever. This is the vegan one. It's just like a very unpleasant brown. Is this what the lacquer butter makes? Like just something very brown? It doesn't feel that great. And like inside, it just actually, it cuts a little bit like a bread. Well, in a way. Right, bread is vegan, yeah. So here's some bread in the shape of a croissant. And then we got another croissant. This one is multi-grain and honey. And then we got a plain one. Very good lamination, actually, Starbucks. Look, there's a lot of layers. Actually, Starbucks called these croissants French croissants in Italian as well. And they actually do look quite different compared to the Italian croissants that I'm used to. Italian croissants, they're not made of layers of dough and butter. Let's see. A plain one, I will have it only if it's laminated this way. I think the Italian one is just really meant to be filled. So I'm curious to see how the others actually look and feel, just because they are still the French ones, but they are filled. So we got this one here with apricot jam. Let's check it out. Yeah, lots of jam. Looks quite nice. And then we have the green thing here, here in Italy that is now matcha. It's pistachio. Tastes like a nutty spread. Quite a nice spread. There's not a lot of it though. The final one we got the custard. This also looks quite nice. Interesting to see how much custard there is in here. There's a lot. It's a bit eggy as well. which is what I would look for in a custard. Not too lemony, just a hint, and like a bit of vanilla. And apparently you can also get a hazelnut croissant, but we were not able to get it. And then we have a double chocolate cookie and a hazelnut donut. Yeah, we're starting to enter foreign territory here. Maybe a bit sad compared to what's coming after, which are these mini donuts, quite cute and colorful. And then we have some brownies. We have a caramel crumble brownie, and then we have a triple chocolate brownie. I actually quite like brownies. It's one of those sort of foreign cakes that I'm kind of very used to, and I don't mind having it. Let's see if we do it well here in Italy. This is like the ones I'm used to that I've had. And then we have this one. It's a raspberry and coconut loaf cake. It does look a bit like a typical Italian cake. I have no idea that this type of cakes were called loaf cakes, but it seems quite accurate. Not quite convinced about the stuff at the top. It just doesn't seem necessary. I would have put it inside just to flavor the dough rather than just put it at the top. And then we have a strawberry cheesecake. Then you may also be able to find apple pie, apricot filled rings, custard and raisin swirl, then a vanilla and chocolate muffin. That's also available in triple chocolate, brownie and orange, mini chocolate muffins, carrot cake, that can also be red velvet and chocolate cake, and a milk chocolate gold coin.
The US also has a lot of baked goods. We have a couple of the iconic Starbucks cake pops. I want to take a bite of this cookies and cream one. That's so good. This is the blueberry scone, the everything bagel, the petite vanilla scone, the coffee cake, even though it looks like someone sat on it. It looks a little smushed, but it's very good. The incredible, incomparable lemon loaf. It's delicious. The glazed donut. I did say that Italy's bagel didn't look that good, not that ours looks any better, but I just want to taste the everything bagel to see what the flavor is giving. It's like mediocre. It's not that good on flavor, and it's not a great texture. I would only reach for a Starbucks bagel if I was like going on a flight or something and this was just like my only option. I don't think that I would ever purchase it with a million other good bagel options around me. So the pumpkin loaf and the pumpkin cream cheese muffin are seasonal exclusives, along with the baked apple croissant, which was not available today. I feel like people are buying them like crazy. They're really good.
And if you want the little snacks, there are also these options. We got yogurt with wildflower honey and yogurt with berries and jam. Then we got some fruits. You can also get pineapple. And then we've got just a fruit salad. And finally, we've got this thing, the cookie straw. So is this how you're supposed to have it? This feels like something a child would have. It's like, I'm alone at home and I'm like 12. I'm having a very calorific drink with like a weird straw. Yeah, weird. Actually don't mind the straw per se, but just the idea seems so ridiculous.
We also got a few iconic Starbucks checkout snacks. So this is the Marshmallow Dream Bar, we have the Madeleines, and we also have the Vanilla Almond Biscotti. I see these at every single Starbucks I go to, and I'm always tempted to buy one. I kind of want to try these Madeleines. I don't think I've ever had a Madeleine before. That's pretty good. It kind of tastes like a cakey sugar cookie. I don't know if it's supposed to taste like that, but it does taste like that.
You may also know Starbucks for the Starbucks Reserve roasteries that are very much present in the US. You can also find them in other countries. And actually, there's one here in Italy too, in Milan, that opened in 2018. And the roasteries are famous for having different types of coffee that have the rarest coffee that you can find at Starbucks.
They offer experiences at these roasteries where they demonstrate different ways to make the coffee through blending, brewing, and infusions. And they also have wine, beers, cocktails, some of which include coffee. They have a lot of food options too. Each roastery is a little different in its architecture, so it's really interesting just to have a look around.
Unfortunately, we were not able to visit the roastery in this trip, but we actually went in 2018. So we're gonna play some footage of our visit. I was there.
We took a visit to one of the roasteries here in New York City. It was really cool to see how they make these different drinks, and everything in there is so fancy compared to a regular Starbucks. These are the drinks exclusive to the New York roastery that we wanted to try. Let's start with the hazelnut bianco latte. I love hazelnut, so it's really good. It's really, really, really good. I feel like it tastes better than any other Starbucks coffee I've had. Let's try the whiskey barrel-aged cold brew. This is intriguing to me. I hate whiskey, but there's no real whiskey in this. Okay, wait. It tastes like there is whiskey in it, but there isn't. I made sure to say like alcohol-free. What I think from what I'm understanding is that they might age this in the whiskey barrels once the whiskey is removed from those barrels, but it still tastes very strong. It's spirit-free, but the spirits are lurking. You can still taste it.
This was actually invented in Italy and then, launched again, recreated at the roastery. This is the oleato caffè latte, and oleato just literally means oiled, and it's just a caffè latte with a shot of olive oil. Apparently, this is the CEO of Starbucks that traveled to Italy, to Sicily, and just saw some people having shots of olive oil and coffee, and thought it would be a good idea to roll this out internationally. And for some reason, thought that all Italians were actually doing it. I don't know, it's the first time I hear it. Like, I would be quite happy to have a shot of olive oil for just energy, but I don't know if I would like it in my coffee. That seems like a bit too much. It's like, oh, what are two things Italians are associated with? Olive oil and coffee. Let's just put them all together and make it a drink. It's green. It's green. And obviously, like, the oil is floating on the coffee. Well, so the idea is that they should emulsify, but it's been sitting here for a bit because we were doing all the filming, so perhaps that's why they separated. It just smells like coffee. Let's try it out. I don't taste much the olive oil, which is okay. It leaves you a different feeling on the lips, like the same feeling that you get when you bite into a very oily thing.
This is the moment that I've been dreading this entire day, the oleato cafe lattes. These are basically lattes with a bunch of olive oil in them. I don't know whose idea this was. It doesn't sound like a good idea to me, but let's see which one is better, iced or not iced. It's not bad. I can definitely taste that there's oil in this, but it's not like aggressively oily in my mouth, which is what I was really dreading. It's really not terrible. I think it's the oat milk that's helping cover up some of what's happening. This looks terrible. The iced latte has completely separated, so the top is just a layer of olive oil, which means I'm going to get a mouthful of olive oil upon first sip. It just tastes like a mouthful of olive oil. Let me mix it with a straw and see if that helps. To be clear, this didn't look like this when they first gave it to us. It's just been sitting around for a while. It tastes better, but still mostly tastes like olive oil. I think if I had to get an oleato again, I would only get it hot just because it covers up all the olive oil flavor, which kind of defeats the purpose of getting one of these, but they're not terrible.
It's quite hard actually for me to think that Starbucks is actually competing with the cafes that you can find here, just because the offer is very, very different. It's the only place where you can find drinks this size, this elaborate, and with this much cream and milk and syrups and all this stuff.
I would say in general, Starbucks is definitely huge here. You can find them everywhere. I feel like you're either a Dunkin' person or you're a Starbucks person, and it's very common for a chain like Starbucks to be somebody's everyday coffee shop. I will say, if you live in a major city with a lot of other options, a lot of different coffee shops, you might not head to Starbucks all the time, but it is one of the more popular coffee options in places like suburbs.
It's hard to say that's popular because it is not really present everywhere. Obviously, it is in Milan, Rome, and the big cities, but you won't find it in a village. What we do, I'm from a medium-sized town in Italy, but in the evening, I'll go out to a small town. During the day, I'll go out for a day trip in a small town. I won't live there, but I will hang around there. That's where you don't find the chains. And I think that is what, still makes Starbucks perceived as something a bit foreign, because you still don't see it in these tiny towns and you still see the local cafe. Like, it's just in general, the idea of chains doesn't really resonate well. In terms of the actual coffees, like the long coffees, I don't know actually if they get lots of orders from like Italians. I think I would either go personally just for a simple espresso or from the elaborate, like for the elaborate things, because they are a bit like an ice cream to me.
Treat yourself, but also like if I see you drinking that cookie crumble mocha frap at 9 in the morning, I'm gonna slap it out of your hand. Grow up, please.
Just the culture of like the big drink to take away, to like drink on the go, drink in your car, that's just not how things work around here.
People really love the Starbucks seasonal menus. I think every year when fall or Christmas time rolls around, everyone gets super excited to see what new stuff is on the menu, what old stuff is coming back.
I mean, yeah, speaking of the food, I think they've done a very good job sort of adapting to the Italian, flavors. The drinks are a little bit different. There are some things like cookies and cream that are just not Italian. We all know that Starbucks is a big American chain, and I think they obviously want to keep a part of that because, Italians are curious about it as well. Unfortunately, Starbucks does not list ingredients on its website. We did try to get in contact, but we're still waiting for a reply.
The US, however, does provide all of the ingredients for their full menu. We thought it would be interesting to see what's in the Oleato range, since both US and Italy have this available. The Oleato Cafe Latte with oat milk contains oat milk, which is just water and oats, canola oil, dipotassium phosphate, calcium carbonate, tricalcium phosphate, sea salt, dicalcium phosphate, riboflavin, vitamin A, vitamin D2, vitamin B12, brewed espresso, which is just water and coffee, and extra virgin olive oil. The exciting thing about this drink is the addition of extra virgin olive oil, which is mostly associated with a Mediterranean diet. It does ramp up the calories compared to a normal latte, which with 2% milk is 190 calories, but there's been a lot of research surrounding the benefits of extra virgin olive oil, particularly around preventing diseases and decreasing cholesterol. Plus, the Oleato latte has been fortified with vitamins, so sounds pretty good to me, even though I'd never order this again. In the US, a venti caramel frappuccino is $6.75 or €6.37. Keep in mind that's a New York price. The prices might vary slightly depending on what state you're in.
In Italy, a caramel frappuccino is €5.70. That translates to roughly $6.19. So it actually works out cheaper here in Italy.
In the US, a venti cappuccino is $6.25 or €5.90.
In Italy, a venti cappuccino is €3.40. In dollars, that translates into $3.69. To be honest, they're kind of fair, judging by how big the things are. Coffee is always quite cheap, actually, in Italy. It's usually around €1. Lately, it has gone up a little bit, but like if you pay $1.50, it's already very expensive.